It's not so bad on this map, to be fair, because you can make these rail jumps so easily. But we're not going to start off with a slash. In fact, we're going to start off with a gauntlet kill with Busdiver X brings the bus with the school kids in front and just absolutely rams.
Busdiver X, you know, being British, you know, wants a proper punch up to start off things with his gauntlet powers, but it looks like with his Nixo though, he's going to be having a look around to see if he can catch him off guard anyway, but he knows he's going for the Mega now, so it looks like he will be going for the rocks and potentially heading back for the armor.
It was just going for that rail. You what, mate? I'm having you.
Do you know, with Busdiver, that doesn't surprise me. It's a very British thing to do, isn't it? Going through the gauntlet.
I really hope
Busdiver
is an actual bus driver. That would just make my day.
You find out he drives like the K3 through London or something. But anyways, enough about bus driving, even though that is his name. I would love to know why he chose that name, but he's obviously a very experienced bus driver. But it looks like right now, they're both similar on par, but it looks like now with Busdiver having the Mega on board, he's got good height advantage. Just keep an eye out to see if he does go for the armor, which he does. And it looks like he is going to try and catch him off guard. Maybe one more rail, and he does manage to kill him with ease.
Those rails were spot on. No struggle at all, and now he read into the spawn beautifully.
Busdiver, stop it, you naughty man. 5 rails in a row, that was absolutely ridiculous. And fantastic assumption and game sense for going bottom mid for LG as well.
Yeah, I mean, he was like playing GTA with that bus. It was just running kids over.
How many punts are we going to make in turn in this match?
Well,
10, 20?
Maybe a few. I'll run out soon and get bored.
I think we at least made 5 without question.
I'm pretty much running out now. But good prediction rocket coming in.
Yeah, it looks like we're just baiting at the moment. Just keep an eye out to see if he does go top rocks for the rockets, which he will do if he's got the discipline and patience, which he does, but sadly misses. And looks like he will rush in for the LG and try and pick him up for the telly, but great play by Busdiver coming back out of there.
Busdiver actually landing a lot of damage with that LG. In such a short period of time, he's going to land the rail too. He is low, but he finds the Mega at the same time. He has the opportunity to take away the armor here, but that rail knocking him down could slow him down a bit, but no, he's got the movement. Oh, he doesn't catch that rail though, unfortunately. That could have maybe done it, but it seems that Baksteen is able to get stacked up. And now Anarchy is on the back foot, picking up the small 25 time bubbles, but the rockets are coming in from above. Good read from Baksteen, as he will now have the champion pick, and we see a Blasovic coming out.
I think with Busdiver as well, it's like he had some really good rail shots earlier on, but I think the situation he was in earlier, it was a really awkward position he was in, and it's not the easiest, like just seeing the top half of the head, or just the head just in general. So it's understandable why he missed quite a few shots, and I think it was vice versa for Baksteen as well. But now Baksteen at the moment just patiently waiting. He knows exactly where he is, hopes to catch him off guard. But it looks like Busdiver is already waiting for him. And even though he's his special, he still managed to die. Maybe his LG aim was off. I'm not too sure about that.
Wow, that was a huge mistake from Baksteen. He pops the ult in a perfect opportunity. I mean, Busdiver was looking the complete wrong way. Baksteen, I think he just flaked out on his aim a little bit there and was given a golden opportunity to land so much damage with the double LG and just panicked. And
I actually thought we had that, to be fair. I did assume that Baksteen, even though he had rocks and was actually shooting him and pushing him into the wall in good positions, I felt like Busdiver was actually be able to LG him no problem. But yeah, Baksteen
cleans
with
up.
a very clean 3-0.
Yeah.
So yeah, 1-1 so far. That's quite crazy stuff, considering the last round.
Yeah, I mean, Busdiver really flaked out there at the top. I think I might have been saying it was Baksteen, but I got my my names mixed up a little bit towards the end. But yeah, that opportunity should have not been wasted. But Baksteen cleans up a nice round, 1-1, picks up rail, and now he's going to wait.
Sorry, I was going to say, I do love how much they abuse range of getting rocks and rail stuff all the time, or going for a Mega and getting arm at the same time. It's fantastic play. You know, it's a very common thing to do, but you don't really see it that often, like, unless it's like, it kind of depending on what spawn they get at the start.
The gauntlet came out lower there from Busdiver. He's waiting on the rockets. This could be foolish. LG comes out and it's pretty strong, but the rockets come out stronger by the looks of it. 90 damage, scaring off the Busdiver as he goes for the Mega. It could be risky, popping his heel though. So he's looking okay. Does he think the Mega's been taken? Is he? Oh, I think he might. No. No, he reads into the situation just right.
Oh, he literally just saw a glimpse of it appear. So yeah, that was
Perfect.
good discipline and good waiting by him, and fragged Busdiver, no problem. So right at the moment, I think it was a good fake. That was a fantastic fake actually by Baksteen there. And he put Busdiver like sitting back for a little bit longer than he should have done, just to keep him pressured whilst he can go down and get the armor. That was brilliant stuff.
It was. To be honest, Baksteen read that situation so well. I mean, he was kind of questioning whether Busdiver had already picked it up earlier in the fight when he hit the rail, but he stuck around long enough, and Busdiver thought he had an opportunity to, and he finds an opportunity there by the looks of it, finds that steal and takes a rocket to the health.
8 HP, just machine gunning, but obviously he doesn't know. But he knows he's weak, but sadly he didn't know how weak.
Yeah.
And now he's going to go from 8 HP to 50 health and 125 armor, just like that.
Yeah, he's looking pretty right now. And you know, with that Anarchy out of the way, he's flexible. But like I was saying, that mega play was superb, because there was Busdiver X mistiming it, and he had an opportunity, if Baksteen didn't go for it, to actually get that and the armor, and just absolutely take a map control very easily through some mistiming,
And it
which would
looks
have been
like
nice.
he
But
just missed. I think it was actually Busdiver just in, who just barely missed the jump for the mega. So it looks like a little bit of pressure maybe coming from Busdiver. And sadly, due to that and missing the mega, and also the best thing about that he delayed the mega by at least 15 seconds. So now Busdiver is going to assume that it's actually coming up quite soon, when actually it's nowhere near the current time he assumes.
those rails were nice as well from the high ground on the pillars. Not easy angles. The top to the bottom, vertical rails, not easy. Oh, big damage coming out from the rail, but an exchange of blows. Playing it slow, waiting for the rocket pickup there. It was a good move. Oh, there we go. Oh,
I was expecting a really nice mid-air rocket there by Baksteen, but he just barely misses, and now Busdiver is in the driving seat. You know, just had a bit another little bun there. But now it looks like he is on the search for him at the moment. But yeah, he's looking in great shape right now.
oh, the invis comes out beautifully from behind, but there comes a double LG from the Busdiver.
I love his name, mate. Do you know, I think there's a lot of aliases I've seen in the past, but this is definitely one of my favourite by like a long shot. Well, it's definitely in my top 5.
Slash is dead already.
And yeah, it looks like after that, after Busdiver being down the champion, he makes a nice Rackers comeback, 2-1.
Should have slowed down the game. Try not to get the frags in thick and fast. I mean, the opportunity on the rocket launcher area was too good to really give up. He landed a perfect rocket launcher, 89 damage, flicks his opponent towards his face, but the kind of follow-up shot was just a little bit off angle, which would have killed his opponent. And unfortunately, he wasn't able to capitalize it on that last round. But Busdiver X, nothing registered Baksteen. He's complaining that he's having issues. But, you know,
Oh, well, Busdiver having issues, what, just in general with playing Duel, or just like...
no, he was just saying that he was having non-reg hits on that fight on the armor, and it's clearly tilted him a little bit, and that will probably tilt him a little bit more, Baksteen.
Well, here we go. We can finally see. I think I didn't really see much of Slash last time, but finally I can hopefully see Baksteen's Slash and just see exactly how he uses it. Because, well,
Not very well.
oh, you know what? The one opportunity, and it didn't happen. This is why you don't use Slash on any other map apart from Sarnath, I suppose. It's going to be very difficult. But going into this game right now, as we know, Busdiver is winning 1-2 at the moment, and both from starting as Ranger going into this Bloodrun match.
Oh, beautiful start for Busdiver. I mean, that was really smart play from Baksteen, because, you know, he got the mega, he missed the rail, he knew that he could use the Dire Orb to get up to the top armor, right? Beautiful, but Busdiver just waited on there and Dire Orb straight on him and switches the whole situation of control with one shot.
I
And
just could not believe that. He had mega and armor as well on top of that as well. What a way to lose it. And right now it's a little bit of a sticky situation with as well, but it doesn't matter because he gets 2 lovely shots and plus the orb as well, but now he needs to get his health back to get ready for the next time he spawns.
Busdiver, man, how did he see that shot through the smoke? That was incredible.
I think this
Did he
could...
just...
Oh, sorry, go.
I was just going to say, did he just guess that? I mean, he turned around, did the 180, shot, bam, straight in the face. Nyx ain't going to be a problem right now, and now we're just left with a visor that is a very easy target to hit. It's got a big model, for a small champion.
I think it's going to be very hard for him at the moment because of the fact that with only 12 HP, he does need to back off at some point.
Yeah.
But
Next shot wins though at this particular point, so I'm surprised that Busdiverx didn't want to take the risk. Maybe he's going to try and take the risk here. Oh no! Did that hit?
I'm not sure if that did actually, but oh, it's unlucky. I think he's hoping for a possible trade as well, but it doesn't matter now because now he's got Busdiverx on spawn, but Busdiverx was waiting, hoping that he could actually get away, but sadly he didn't wait long enough, and it looks like now Busdiverx is on the receiving end at the moment.
Indeed he is. Baksteen was great. 2 rails off the bat towards the rocket launcher. That's put Sorlag in a bad situation. It's going to come in for the small armor room.
Yeah, and right now he's trying to find out his opponent, but right now, as you can see, Baksteen was playing the sound game, but it looks like now he's trying to figure out exactly where his opponent is, and now he's got all the stack he needs. He will potentially go, but I don't think he knows he's there. They both don't know, and now they will know now. After splitting the acid, he drops down with the LG, both LG, but literally, he could die by the tick, but if he gets in the blood pool, he'll be perfectly fine.
Okay.
Very close there, but lucky for that orb and a little bit of the blood pool, he managed to stay alive.
Thought that was going to be a more rush for health there, but he was okay. Recovered the situation. Looking for an angle here. Nice rail.
That was a fantastic rail. Literally just barely managed to clip him, skin with the end of his teeth. But it looks like now Busdiverx will be pulling back, trying to find any armor he can at the moment just to see himself in the next fight. But it looks like he's going to be caught off guard. Both LGing each other. And it looks like now 1-0. Oh, sorry, 1-0, sorry, to Baksteen.
Very nicely done.
And this is Baksteen's map pick, if I remember rightly. So, you know, this is going to be a good pick for him so far.
Yeah. Let's see what Busdiverx can do to get back into this. I mean, he had the great start. I mean, such a great start. Great thinking. And again, here we go. The same maneuver. Ready for it, but this time, there's no telefrag. There's no dire orb frag.
It's not really a bad move to do. I know it's like, some people may say it's a bad thing doing it for a second time round, but when you've got 2 high tier players, both of them will be like, oh no, they won't expect me to do it a second time. So, you know, that's understandable, but you know, in those kind of situations, I don't blame him for doing it again, because it's when you get that spawn and you're right next to mate, you can't not, as Ranger, go up for the army. It's a risk worth taking, even if it's worth losing Ranger. But right now, he's just raining, getting ready for the Mega, which he has done now, and now he's just trying to pick Baksteen off. Sorry, Busdiverx.
Pick up some damage from behind. Misses the armor. But he's in the acid at the moment, just taking some damage. He's going to get a good read, but the rocket's too low. Jumps straight over. 23 HP for Ranger now. Baksteen on the back foot. He needs to run.
Oh.
The 180. The 180 rail just... Oh, I hear something. Switch. Bam. Just in the nick of time. The rocket wasn't quite on the right angle to get the double KO there. Good rocket on the fall down, though.
Yeah, it looks like Baksteen is all ears at the moment when it comes to the situation. And he's not in the bad place, he can still tank a rail, but Busdiverx knows that and goes straight into the rocket kill.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised he didn't pop his ability there. Busdiverx now has an opportunity to get back into this. He has to be careful of the Nyx. He's popping out the rail.
Oh, it's going to be close at the moment, and sadly just misses the rocket jump. Gauntlet in the wall, knowing that he's, he's not really too happy about the situation.
He has to be careful here.
But this is the risk you want to take. But you know, because we saw this before, where a lot of people, Matrox would go for the armor, and then obviously both times he went, both times he got killed by it. But it looks like that was a risk worth taking for Busdiverx, and looks like now he's going to try and go for a close rail, but it could be a bad situation, and Baksteen finishes him off with the rocket, and now it's 2-0.
Quick turnaround. I thought Busdiverx was going to be able to pull back into that game. He looked like he was, you know, getting some momentum back, but obviously shut down.
Yeah, it's a shame because Busdiverx, I think, did a reverse sweep that round, so it's not really a great feeling. But looks like now Baksteen's got the armor this time, and I think Busdiverx isn't going to do the whole. Also, no, it's Baksteen, so you've got a different spawn. So obviously, yeah, he can go for the Mega and then go for the armor straight afterwards. So, but he's comfortable with the armor now. He knows exactly where his opponent is, and he's just going to try and put a bit of pressure on him.
Yeah, he's going to know that he's going to go for that low Mega area again, using the tri-bolt, landing some damage, picks up armor.
And it looks like right now both players, they both do know where each other at the moment, but they're both baiting the armor. But it looks like right now Baksteen does need to pull back a little bit, but it looks like Busdiverx is coming straight in with the Snorlax, tries to orb him, but it looks like Oh, Busdiverx just managing to be able to actually take that win, and now with the Armor Mega coming up quite soon, be interesting to see how it comes up. But it looks like Busdiverx has been quite tempted to go for the gauntlet sometimes.
I mean, he had major success with it already earlier on, but Baksteen has to be careful here, picking a lot of damage actually onto the Sorlag. But Sorlag able to get Mega, able to get the armor. Locks down control. He's looking pretty now. He's got the Ranger out of the way. Possibly the Nyx now as he dives straight in there. Oh no! I thought that rocket was going to throw him up and he was going to receive some extra damage there, but luckily lands the direct straight into the face of Nyx.
But fantastic mid-air rocket by Busdiverx to stem. But this is the same situation we saw last round where Busdiverx, you know, he was up 2 champions and then he got reverse switch. But I think he knows to take it a bit more easy this time. But after that Mega, it's going to be really, really close, and it looks like it will be a very nice 3-0 sweep for that round, and it looks like Busdiverx managed to learn from his mistakes previously.
Yeah, I mean, he went in there with the armor stack advantage, and he was committed to the fight straight away. The LG battle that he had initially when he went into the Mega was perfect. Just so much damage. I'm not entirely sure if Visor actually picked up the Mega. I think he might have done, but you know, the follow-up rockets, then the rail combination, just great work from Busdiverx, and showing no fear in that fight as well.
I think Busdiverx just has no fear in general. Like going around with a gauntlet, think he's in a fist fight outside some club or something. It just seems to be like absolutely not caring about the scenario he's in. Like it could be 1 champion left, or it could have all 3 champions in the round. He literally just does not care about the pressure, which is great for a player such as Busdiverx.
I mean, he's not doing it to troll either. I mean, he's legitimately using the gauntlet in key areas. See, he only brings it out for a second if he runs into somebody in that tight corridor.
That takes a lot of discipline though, like having, some people do get a bit lazy in those little close range scenarios and don't bother actually getting the gauntlet out, but you know what, it just shows a lot of discipline Busdiverx has.
Yep. He's very focused right now as well, trying to make his next move on this Mega. I think he wants to deny it, but obviously the armor's up. He's going to risk it. Oh no, this is beautiful LG! Oh, Baksteen!
If there's ever a time to have the perfect LG, it was definitely by Baksteen, and almost kills him on spawn, but just barely with 10 HP gets him away. But sadly, Baksteen assumes he's gone elsewhere, but he is waiting for him, hoping to go through, but sadly not. And Busdiverx just barely, for the skin of his teeth, getting away from that little scuffle.
Oh, that was so superb. Having Busdiverx riding the lightning there all the way to the top. It's beautiful when you land that, especially against those big tanky champions that, you know, you can really dish out the pain. But here comes the pain from Busdiverx.
Oh, what a mid-air!
Whoa!
And literally, right now, Baksteen is the complete opposite of the stick. He really wants this round and tie up 1-1.
That fight, I was so convinced that Busdiverx was gonna turn that around. But he knocked his opponent into the mid-air. He needed to hit that air rocket. It was his only choice at that point.
I did literally think it was just going to be a 1-to-1 champion bailout, and literally I did assume that, okay, right, it's going to be Baksteen onto his next champion. But yeah, I thought exactly the same, completely Dio, and it looks like now Baksteen with that very dominating performance in the final round to take that 3-1. So
yep,
yeah,
1-1.
Current map score 1-0 at the moment. So yeah, kind of a little bit what I expected.
Of what he is capable of.
No, it looks like both these players don't seem to be bothered by any kind of pressure like that. But it seems like right now Busdiverx straight away with the armor, and looks like he is patiently waiting. But like with Baksteen at the moment, he can hear him without the stuff. But like, oh, sorry, I do apologize. He did choose Slash. I didn't actually realise that, because I was wondering why he chose Slash on a different map, but not on the Sana for all maps. But yeah, ignore that. But yeah, at the moment, he is trying to look for him at the moment and just trying to find out exactly, trying to get some information on him.
Was it the first round? Did he, when he got gauntleted, was he playing Slash then? When Busdiverx, on the first ever round, I think he might have been playing Slash, or it could have been Ranger.
No, it was, Slash was his last, well, all I know is that it was his last pick, like, through a few of the rounds. But I'm not sure if his last pick on that round, but to be fair, both times he chose Slash, he literally barely even got to use it, did he? He
literally got about 50 meters and that was it. But this is Rocket is brilliant, waiting patiently for Busdiverx to come round towards the to the Rockets area there.
The meta is ever changing. It seems like Sana seems to be the home of Slash at the moment. And fantastic play by Baksteen, mate. This is what I wanted to see. One thing I wanted to see was a great slash play on this map.
Ooh.
And yeah, Busdiverx was tempted, but we've got Menzel. Baksteen's on low health, so 2 HP, and now he needs to back off.
Oh, nice movement. See, just a quick little crouch slide, and you can fly off the next jump that you do. And he just needs to pick up his health ball here. He's got the armor to support him. And this is great positioning from Visor. He's reading the situation right, but was that a rail? No, he did miss that. He
needs to know now that he can't really take a tank shot. Well, he can now, but previously he wasn't really in a great position to tank one. But, you know, he can now, so it's not really too much of a bother. Both of them trying to go for the Mega, and the Mega now appears, and Busdiverx barely missed the Mega timing by just a couple of seconds.
See, what's really interesting with the crouch slide in that particular area is that you really limit that rail shot coming in, because you know there's that sort of knee-height cover as you come round, and you can slide directly under it, and it's exactly what happened. He got this opening sort of movement which gave him that rocket that just led him into a beautiful air rocket onto the wall. It was just, it was a thing of beauty, and that was the smallest of crouch slides as well to do that. And as you can see, just floating around the map, and oh, the lockdown! Goodbye, Anarchy.
See you later, Busdiverx, and it looks like his slash, that's the thing, with Slash's speed, some people can't control it too well in terms of aiming, and then, and as I say that, he just gets orbed, and that was, in my opinion, his last way out, unless he would have got LG to death.
This is, that's so devastating. This happens a lot when you're against the Ranger, is that players go in with the aggression, they know they got the frag in hand, and so they loosen up on their movement, they give very predictable paths, and of course, instant telefrags at point blank range. It just happens so often because, you know, good players wait for those opportunities and they don't want to waste. They've got the stack to waste, essentially taking damage, but everybody just kind of forgets that this thing can one-hit you. Even though you're embracing the fight and you're going, okay, I'm going to take a bit of damage here if I'm going to run right next to his face. But yeah, just really unfortunate there for Baksteen. I was rooting for him to actually get that frag.
Yeah, this is exactly it. It was a shame, really, but it looks like it doesn't really bother him too much, considering, well, I think that will bother him too much. There's Busdiverx with some clutch rails at the moment, and both these players have got such good foresight on what each other are doing, and the game sense is just immaculate. But right now, the Mega is still up. It's been up for a while, but I think at the moment, Busdiverx is more focused on keeping him on spawn to try and catch him off guard. But it looks like if he does want to go for the Mega, it's still up now, and armor's just been picked up. Mega was up for a long time, but to be fair to him, Busdiverx was trying to keep him on spawn to make sure he keeps his map presence.
That dire orb was superb. I mean, the rail, dire orb, reading into the situation, catching up so his opponent couldn't escape, and then another rail to finish off. It was a very, very tasty frag.
One word, well, 2 words, absolutely disgusting. And it seems like now, but it was potentially, I did assume he was going to fake that, but it looks like now he just barely finishes him off with 9 HP.
1-1.
And yeah, we've got a series on our hands at the moment.
That dire orb at the end was a little bit risky.
Busdiverx maybe not enjoying that.
Nice.
I think he must have known that he was also really weak, but you know, never mind. He's still in it.
I don't know if he's calling his opponent lucky or good rockets. Baksteen with the slash fast. Never mind, no luck. So I think he was calling it for himself. I don't think he was calling his opponent lucky in any regard.
So I would probably, but you know me, I've already said to you in the past, didn't I? I don't believe in luck in superstition. There's always a reason for everything, and sadly there was a reason for that. Just barely escaped with 9 HP on that final round. But right now, Busdiverx already down a champion, and it looks like now with his slash, I feel like if he doesn't take out his slash, it's just going to be a never-ending story for him.
I think he will. I think Busdiverx's got just get one good shot and lock him in a corner. I mean, if he can do that and lock down this slash play, slow it down, he can easily do it. But I just want to see more slash play. I'll be honest. I don't. It's just nice to see this movement again. So quick in the face. The dire orb misses. This is surely. Oh,
he decides to switch, doesn't he? Just mid-fight. And maybe if he carried on, he might have been okay.
It was you know, he got straight into his face. He had the rocket launcher out. He missed the first rocket, which didn't essentially went past the Ranger, and so he forced the switch because he started making space between both players.
Oh, these direct rockets and that second rocket by Baksteen was absolutely unbelievable.
Wow,
and
nice
right now, the one thing about Slash as well is the fact that how consistent his accuracy is whilst moving around with her. It's been brilliant stuff so far.
Yeah, superb. I mean, his movement's been absolutely top notch, and you know, at that particular point at the end there with the visor pick, it's when you get off a spawn like that, you're like, oh, I'll go for the nearest armor, and really, essentially what should have happened is that he should double back towards the teleport behind. It can be easy to forget that. You kind of just want to keep the playing going, but this is a key frag here for Busdiverx, and we're switching on to his point of view. Rail comes out.
Yeah, and it looks like now he is trying to just have a look around to see if he can get any information on his opponent at the moment. Baiting the rail, patiently waiting, and Busdiverx knows this is his last chance, and he's one champion up. A nice rail by Driver just then. And he's going to try and catch him off guard by going to the rockets, but as you know, Baksteen is not going to fall for such silly play.
No. Comes in from above, flying in, lands in the rail, lands a little bit of LG, but now the rocket's scaring him away, but he can back off to the armor. He had the position for it, so he's good. He could afford to be aggressive there, take a bit of damage, and then back off to the armor whenever he chooses. But this is it. Baksteen's going to hug the rail.
And it looks like this could potentially be a 2-all round in a 2-all series. So we could be looking at the final round. Busdiverx, I think is trying to be funny, waiting for him to come through the teleporter without too much information yet. But, you know, so far, Busdiverx's got a nice bit of armor. If he gets this next round, he could have finished him off. But luckily, with Nyx's Ghost Walk, he just managed to get away.
Yeah, 25 HP roughly for Baksteen here, his last champion. He's desperately trying to find the help. Ah, Busdiverx's clocked onto him. I'm afraid. Oh no, what? Are you really?
I was quite surprised by that, because me personally, like, if I had a decent stack, I would have actually gone in and just like finished the job, but maybe he doesn't actually know exactly what he's come up against in terms of himself and armor. But
he had the frag there. The fact that he was getting the time shards, getting the health bubbles, I don't think he had his invis up, and that was a prime opportunity to finish this, but this could be it here now.
This could be
stuck on this side of the map. He is locked down.
This could be a first sign of pressure from Busdiverx, but to be fair, who can blame him considering he's 2-1 down in a final set in this series? And it looks like now Busdiverx's on a not bad stack at the moment. He is trying to hopefully get the armor and literally just manages to get it, but obviously sacrifices a lot of his health to do so.
I mean, he does so, but I think Nyx actually popped the invis before going down there. I could be wrong. But Rail's good. Can he find another? He needs to. And evacuating. Busdiverx doesn't want anything to do this. He's got loads and loads of time. This is control. Now in favor of Baksteen. He's got time for the comeback. I mean, these two frags were very early on. And he's mistimed the Mega. He's just got a time on the armor, though. He's just waiting for the shot. Maybe he thinks that he's gone up. Yep, there you go. Nice waiting there from Baksteen.
Yeah, it seemed like he just didn't want to, obviously, because during the situation he's in now with the pressure and everything, and the fact that even though his 3 champions up, he doesn't want to take the actual risk, but I think he's been a little bit more, not as carefree as he used to be, you could say.
He was setting up a trap. He was hoping that his opponent didn't hear the armor being picked up, hence why he was waiting at that doorway, waiting for him. He heard him. And that's what he was doing there, but it didn't pan out that way, and now Busdiverx manages to squeeze out, finds an opening, and finds himself the armor.
This would it be a too bad of a situation now, even with his Anarchy? He could play the timer now, because he's only got 1 minute and 25 left, and you've got to remember, for Baksteen's got to take out 2 of his champions to actually take the round, or at least draw it and take it to sudden death. But it looks like now, we could see our first sudden death situation, but it's not looking like it the way Busdiverx's movement and position is happening at the moment.
What? That shot, how did that hit? That was peculiar. That 80 damage lands, and surely another rail. That should have been an easy rail. He hits the hard one just beforehand, but
hits the hard one, misses the easy ones. It's just like him, and this is in one way or another. But this is the perfect opportunity now. You can either maybe try and put pressure on and try and finish him off, or just delay him for the next 45 seconds. Just keep him off his back, play for time, just try and make it 2-all, just to hopefully take it to them 2-all, the final series of the set.
Takes the Takes the armor again, Bus Driver. Baksteen on the back foot, needs to make a move.
And just as we were talking about the time, he gets a very nice direct rocket from behind. So fair play to him. But here we go. Final rounds, final game.
Yep.
Who do you reckon it's going to go to?
It's
Or are you going to be biased?
You know, I want the Englishman to win, but I also want Slash to win. I want to see more Slash later on in this tournament. And, you know, Baksteen being very brave, pulling it out twice here. And it's been awesome to see so far. But Bus Driver X, getting the Mega, getting Rail, getting all the lovely weapons that he needs.
I think this is the thing with Bus Driver and Baksteen as well. It's the fact that even if they knock each other out today, I do feel like they could do really well in number 4 of the qualifiers anyway. But just barely getting away with 7 HP Bus Driver.
Wow.
Just managed to hold his own, but still goes for that frag. And what a rail by Bus Driver. And he knows it was good. He knows it's good. And again, it just seems to be on fire right now. And what a time to be on fire.
Wow. I am so surprised that Baksteen actually tried to go down for that armor there. It was a little bit delayed. Maybe he was running away and wasn't looking where his opponent was, and that's it.
Oh my goodness. Bus Driver just seems to be absolutely on the road to the next round. And it seems like if Baksteen could do anything with his visor now, it would be to try and put him off. He needs a
Christmas miracle right about now.
Yeah.
And as you said earlier, it's July. We've got a long way to go.
Yeah, miracles don't happen in July, my friend, but I can tell you what now, miracles won't be happening for Baksteen if he doesn't step up his game and get these next power-ups. And it looks like now that he's trying to put him off guard, but again, Baksteen is on the back foot and Bus Driver is in that situation where Bus Driver could at any time play for time and just delay him, but it looks like now.
Good rocket though, that rocket saved him. Basically, it shot Anarchy up into the air, and he tried to air control back onto the platform. He couldn't quite do it, but no, he's hugging Anarchy right in the face.
We all love our bear hugs, but come on, man, this is Quake. It's very rare. And a time to get the corner out, Bus Driver was right there and then, but he managed to get away anyway, so it probably would be better for him.
He's able to get back in control here, though, because of that mistake, because of that little scuffle that was happening on the stairs, and now he has armor, and he's got a health stack in advantage. He just needs to find the angles, just needs to find a good rail. Hopefully he's chasing from a peculiar angle. Oh no, he's double backed onto the Mega now, Baksteen.
And it looks like Bus Driver now maybe playing for a time for a little bit too early, but also trying to apply the pressure. Yep. And it looks like now with 2 minutes and 35 seconds left, every minute's going to feel like an hour to him now.
Yep.
But it's definitely doable. If he was one champion down, I'd think to myself, you know what, I can easily go and see this going to sudden death situation. But if he keeps putting the pressure on and forcing him to come towards him all the time, he might actually be able to pick him off. But it looks like there's going to be a fight top mid, and I think this could be the final fight.
This is the final fight, unless this rail hits from Baksteen. Oh my, the scuffle, the rockets, the knockdowns, just save him long enough. Baksteen can't afford to take this next armor. He needs to find some health elsewhere and restack in a safe location, but he's got a lock on him here. He heard the jumps, the rail's good, needs another one though.
It wouldn't surprise me now if he just backs off, but the thing is though now he's got 2 minutes left, so time's ticking, and it looks like Baksteen is going to be more pressured to take more high-risk maneuvers to actually even get a kill, but, you know, misses a rail, backs off again, and I love this play by Bus Driver. The way that he's basically, you know, faking that he wants to get into a fight when actually he does it, just like shooting a shot and then backing off each time, delaying every 10-15 seconds. It's fantastic manoeuvre by Bus Driver right now.
He's just trying to find the poke, the openings on his opponent as best as he possibly can. And there, again, he finds one. He knows that the armor's probably gone now.
And this is it, minute 15 remaining. Every second to Bus Driver right now. It's probably feeling like a day. And he knows full well that Baksteen's not only desperate, but he's going to risk his own life at the moment to actually try and take this. So he could force Baksteen into a horrible situation, but picking up these armors consistently, what can Baksteen do?
Baksteen is running out of time as well. He needs to make a move, he needs to be aggressive, but the thing is, Anarchy Bus Driver doesn't need to be aggressive. He can run around like a headless chicken and avoid his enemy, and that's what he's going to do here. He's taking the fight though, and he will finish off the map.
Fair play to him. I'm not going to lie, Bus Driver, but you have got some balls of steel, I must say. But yeah, unbelievable. Fair play to him. He really stepped up that line.